now that leave you live there in their child for a few seconds. Now, let me just see something happen on it. Right, channel. You're happy to be sitting there. Oh, there's something happening there now.
There's something happening. The intro?
Yeah, put the intro up. Everything.
Frank, Frank, come on, man. Frank, come on, man.
Live. Now.
Now we're live.
Because of my last epic screw up, which is probably the greatest podcast I've ever recorded.
Really, was it? Yeah, it always is.
I mean, it was just unbelievable, but it's going to be lost in the... There we go, look.
There's me.
You've got your hat on.
I'm wearing my hat inside. Yeah, my hair's a bit long now.
My last epic...
It's a problem, you know, when your hair gets too long. Keeps getting in your eyes and shit. Do you know what the thing is? Emma wants me to
shake.
I know. Yeah.
Emma
Emma likes my hair at this point, but I think I'm over it. Like, I look at myself in the mirror and I go, "You just look a mess. Like, tidy yourself up. You're a 40-year-old man, nearly."
If I was a really vindictive person, I'd
Yeah.
say, yeah, shave it off. Like, I mean, it doesn't suit you. It suits you long. Like
Yeah,
that,
I
you know.
know, but I just don't feel it anymore. So anyway, I thought I'd put on a hat today.
What story? Your dad? Is your dad bald?
Nope.
Okay, so you're just going to have that forever?
I'm just gonna have hair forever. Yeah. It'll slowly recess, and then at about 65, it'll turn grey.
And have you good teeth as well?
My teeth aren't the best in my family now.
But
My
like,
teeth,
if you have had root canal,
yeah, I had a root canal when I was
How many
17.
times?
17.
not 17 root canals.
No,
when
I
you
was
were
17 when I
years.
had my first one. Yeah.
And have you had many since then?
No, but I've had loads of fillings and stuff. And you see, like, as my man says, like, you can kind of see through my teeth. You know that way?
What
As
do you
in,
mean?
like, if you were to put a light behind them, it would kind of shine through it, so it's not like a dent.
Yeah.
You know the way some people, they have like white dents,
But they're the
beautiful
ones.
teeth.
They're
No, my sister.
Okay. She
just
hasn't got
has-
dentures or anything like that.
No, just has great teeth.
That's just good genetics.
Do you know
then.
what I found out? Only knocked the microphone there. Just a couple of years ago. Because I got the teeth of my dad. My mum has good teeth like my sister, but my dad, half his teeth are false.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? How are half your teeth false? And he used to work in Nigeria back in like the 70s.
Yeah.
And there was nothing in the water. The water was so full of crap that when they drank it working over there, all the guys who worked there, their teeth fell out.
But what's the? I don't. I mean, is
I
it
don't
definitely
know.
that? So
Yeah,
what's the reason
yeah.
for my bad teeth?
I don't know. What, do you have bad teeth?
I have very bad teeth. Yeah.
Do you brush your teeth before you go to sleep?
I brush my teeth.
No, but
I'm a grinder though. I'm a grinder.
Oh,
That's
you
the
grind?
problem.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're the same as me. You
But
wake
do
up in the morning.
But do you have a thingy?
No.
You
Do
need
you?
to get. You need to get a thingy now
Why?
because it'll protect your teeth for
Yeah,
way
but I
longer.
can't sleep with.
But it only takes. They're not huge. They're a little plastic thing that goes.
They
in
stick
around.
into your mouth when you
Into
go
your
to
teeth.
sleep.
No, they don't.
You put. So where? They stick on your teeth outside
They
your
stick.
mouth?
They stick on your teeth, and
Yeah.
you wear them, but they fit in nicely. I'm sorry. I'm really sensitive sleeper, and if I can put
Really?
those yoke on at night time,
I don't
you'll be
like
able to-
something in my mouth like that, no.
You sure?
Yeah. Unless it's a clitoris. No, thank you.
Oh.
Ooh. No, so my teeth aren't great, and I do need to go in and do a full overhaul.
Of
The old
what?
teethage.
But I am serious about they saved me. That grinder thingy has saved me.
Really?
Yeah, there's an app called Grinder.
There's actually, there is. There's actually parts of my teeth that I feel, and I'm like, okay, that should be sharp. Where it's just like a nub.
But normally what happens is you
grind the back.
You know, where the indents are in your teeth is probably where your bottom teeth connect with your top teeth, and that's where the grinding happens.
Oh no, I do this weird one where I
Yeah, I do that
touch
as well.
that incisor against that incisor.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So
I
that
fucking do
point,
that.
there's like a little hole at the top of it. It
Do you
feels
think
like
that's coffee?
no, maybe it is, or maybe it's just the way we are.
I
I think a lot. Well,
Yeah.
I went to an
I think it could be
acupuncturist,
coffee.
a friend of mine,
Yeah.
Claire, and she was telling me that it's connected to the liver.
Okay.
So grinding of the teeth and like a tightness here in the jaw is connected with the liver.
And what affects the liver? Coffee affects the liver.
Coffee does affect the liver.
But I mean, it's not alcohol, because I mean, it's never
No.
the alcohol's fault.
Alcohol doesn't affect anything.
No, it
I actually
doesn't.
had two gins yesterday and had to run out of a Christmas party because
Right.
I got there and it was in the Stag's Head. It was free drink, one of my companies, and I sat there. One of my companies.
One of your companies, because
And,
yeah,
so many. And
conglomerate.
yeah, exactly. And I was there and I had a gin and tonic. I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll have a gin and tonic because I
Yeah.
just finished antibiotics on Saturday.
Yeah,
So my plan was not to drink, and I didn't go to a Christmas party on Sunday specifically because of that.
yeah,
So I was like, look, I'll go down and I'll have one gin and tonic, it'll be fine.
yeah.
And I had one a gin and tonic, and like 5 minutes later, I hadn't even finished the first one, and there was another gin and tonic in my hand, you know.
Yeah.
And it was Dingle Bay with orange squeezed in it because, you know, it was on the tab. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Dingle, I'd love a Dingle. In a crystal fucking glass.
Yeah,
in a Stag's Head.
yeah. Anything but taste the gin.
Yeah. And upstairs. No, I like gin and tonics now.
Well, you like all the shit that goes with the gin and tonic. You don't like the taste of gin.
I'm not a huge fan, but if
Yeah.
it's a good gin, it's all right.
No, if you stick in loads of tonic and you bit of rosemary or orange or fucking grapefruit juice or whatever it is, you don't really taste the gin, like.
No, you do.
I had a
The
chat with
gin
Ellis
is
about
there
this.
at the back there.
Yeah, it is, but you mean that you've quietened it down and you've
It's
got all
that
that
dry
lovely.
sort of. I like
Do,
it. It's refreshing.
do you think if you did a taste test between the old shit gins that we used to have and that Hendrix bollocks, and you stuck a cucumber in both, you'd notice the difference?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
I'd love to know what Paul
Because-
Malone says about that.
Because in the Square Ball where I do the comedy,
Yeah.
I usually have a gin and tonic before I do the comedy, and
Yeah.
they sort of Cork dry gin,
Yeah.
and it is just.
But what did you have it with? What type of gin did you have it with?
I had that's.
Or
it's
sorry,
Cork
what type of tonic did you have it with?
Schweppes.
Yeah. It's probably shit old sweps as opposed to nice
No,
fizzy
no,
can.
no. It was because the tonic or the gin was shit.
I'm not certain of that now.
I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd love to do a taste test. I keep talking about doing a taste test.
Okay,
just
we
to
could do
prove
that
it.
on here.
Yeah, we will do it sometime.
And what if I get it right then?
Well,
yeah,
I'd-
but you
I'd
see,
be
this
wrong.
is
I don't
also
give a shit,
this
like.
is also the thing though. You'd have to work it out so that I take a sip of the strongest of the smoothest best gin first.
Okay, why?
Because say if I drink Gordon's dry shitty gin, right?
Yeah.
And I get that like taste, that horrible aftertaste. That's still going to be there when I then drink the Dingle nice gin.
Well, you just have to do a rinse out like they do with wine tasting and shit like that.
Do they? Yeah.
But they gargle it. But they don't actually even swallow the wine when they're doing the wine tasting. They
Imagine not swallowing. Imagine going down on someone and then being like, sorry. I mean, it's rude. If you're going to go that far, go all the way. You never see me after going down on a woman going, there's a little bit of and then spitting it out, do you?
no.
I'd never do that. You'd never do that, right?
It is exactly the same.
It's exactly the
It's
same.
exactly the same. Yeah.
I did have a woman squirt in my mouth once. That was weird.
It's great that this is live anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, you could say it to me, edit that part out, but I'd be able to
How
say-
did we get to that part anyway?
Well, you went there all by yourself. Like we were talking about gin and tonic.
On gin and tonic, yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about
Don't
spitting.
put the blame on me. You went there all by yourself.
Don't
I'm
put
not
the
joking.
blame on me.
It's a good song, yeah.
You did go there yourself. Like, I mean, it's not like I even set you up for it. But
Yeah.
the
How did we get onto gin
we
and
were
tonic?
talking about spitting out wine in wine tasting.
Oh, yes,
they
yes,
they
yes.
rummage the stuff around in the mouth. They go, and then they spit it out.
Yeah.
I don't know how there still isn't huge remnants of the original thing in the mouth. They must then rinse out their mouth.
Yeah, they
completely,
must. They
you
must.
know.
Yeah. So we'll have to get some of that. Anyway, yeah, so the second gin landed on the table.
Yeah.
And then the boss came over and was like, Dylan, would you like a lemonade? Taking the piss. I said, no, I'm having gin actually. But I didn't mean, like, I thought he was saying, are you drinking lemonade? Because it was from the other, there's a big table.
Okay, look.
And so I went, no, I'm drinking gin and tonics. He went, oh, look at you, gin and tonics.
Yeah.
So then I went out to the smoking area with people and I came back in. There was another gin and tonic in front of me and I was like, I have to get out of here.
Why is
I
that?
was literally there 20 minutes and I was being handed my third gin.
Okay, and you just thought this
Maybe
is going to
maybe
be
a half an hour. Yeah.
Jeez, that's pretty impressive. You got out of there.
Yeah. Well, you know me.
Well, I do
Well,
know
I just
you.
got over an illness,
and you
so
would
I
have.
don't want to be drinking like a
Yeah.
crazy man.
Well, a few years ago, somebody presented a third.
Yeah, but a few years ago, if you'd have presented me with fucking crack, I'd probably have smoked. No, not a few years ago. 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah, okay.
Not crack, maybe. crystal meth.
Jesus.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Christmas. Do you buy into Christmas? Do you?
Do you know what I've been thinking?
Go
Right.
on.
First of all, this year.
Don't. What?
All right. My first point for Christmas.
Yeah.
Is which comes first? The Christmas decorations or the people who moan about early Christmas decorations? And now I think it's the moaners. Because it always used to be like, yeah, okay, Christmas decorations. Go, oh, for fuck's sake, Christmas decorations. Then it kept getting earlier and earlier, and then people are like, oh God, it's getting earlier and earlier. But now, before Halloween, you have the people going, next thing you know, Halloween will be finished, I'll have fucking Christmas decorations up. And I'm like, you're already moaning about the thing that hasn't even happened yet. Yeah. So which comes first now, the moaners or Christmas decorations?
Well, to be fair now, B. Brown Thomas in town there now.
Yeah, but
September 1st. September 1st, you go upstairs and the Christmas trees are up.
No, not before Halloween.
No, I'm telling you, September 1st.
Not before Halloween.
I'm telling you, I have a picture on my phone from last year and it's dated September 1st and it was upstairs in BT.
Was your phone out of sync?
No, it wasn't.
No way. The first, no.
Yeah.
Before Halloween, no. I don't believe you.
Well, I'm not lying, like, but
No,
if you
you're
want
not.
to believe I'm lying,
Yeah.
that's fine too, like.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
but-
have to investigate the photo. Like find the print of when it was dated.
So, I mean, it's not unreasonable that people are whinge.
Are
But
you
I
a moaner about Christmas then? Is that why you're defending it?
I actually it just washes over me now for whatever reason. I used to kind of get, Christmas is lovely and blah, blah, blah. But it kind of just washes over me. Now, it's nice, I have to say, it's nice to have the get-togethers.
It is.
And it's nice to have the few beers.
And the lights up and the Christmas tree.
It is,
makes
and
you
the
feel
fire
good.
is nice.
Yeah.
In fairness. And
Well-
the stuff in the face. Not having to go outside the house
Yeah.
at all.
It's great.
I like that.
All right, so that was my point one. Like, talking about what you're talking about,
Yeah.
my sister, like every year I come round and she's like, unpack the attic, and I take down like 4 huge boxes of stuff.
You do.
Yeah, for her.
Yeah.
And her Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I was up in the attic this year and I'm like, there's a big thing of cushions up here. And she's like, oh yeah, they're my Christmas cushions.
Yeah.
And that's a thing. So
Yeah.
you say that, like you know that. So is
I
there
think
Christmas cushions here?
Not yet, but it's only a matter. I think
Christmas
there was,
cushions.
and they just there was at one stage.
And
'cause I
there's
remember
Christmas
ones
crockery that only comes down like, we have our Christmas mugs which are taken down every
special
Christmas.
cups and plates. Do we have that? Oh, I don't think we're there yet.
Well, no,
that
but
could
I
happen,
mean
like.
just like Merry Christmas mugs that are kept up there. So whenever you have your tea,
no, we don't do that. No,
yeah,
no.
Christmas. And I like it all. I suppose over the last few years I've become a bah humbug because I live alone, right? So I'm not going to decorate the house.
Yeah.
So and Christmas I'm
Did you not
always
decorate
alone.
it a little bit?
I don't do anything.
Even a fucking couple of lights around the
No,
fireplace.
and so my
or-
sister and now Emma have been like, you're a bit of a bah humbug, and I'm like, I don't want to be a bah humbug. I don't think I'm. A bah
She's
humbug,
not coming over at all over before the Christmas, no.
No, I went last week
Yeah.
because I'm going to Manchester from the 29th to the 10th of January. From the
Okay.
29th of December to the 10th of January.
Okay.
So, and the reason I'm only doing that length of period, not longer, is I actually have quite a bit of work coming in January, which is
Right.
great from the new company I'm working on. But no, it's her first Christmas where Alfie isn't with his father, and so it's a complicated mix. It's best I'm not involved in that.
Yeah.
You know, let them sort of sort it out between themselves, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'd even think like next year, even if I was living with them, that I would probably come home and spend Christmas with my family and let her sort of sort that sort of stuff out with Alfie. At the moment,
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get in the mix of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all there is.
No.
Really. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Frank's there like, what
I
can
don't
I
think
say?
we're not going to go down.
Yeah,
that
of
route.
course not.
Yeah.
So that's the way it's working this Christmas.
Sure.
So that's
Emma would
point
love,
two.
I'm sure Emma would love us to talk about this. Like,
Oh yeah, in detail.
In detail,
But the thing that I point two about Christmas. So that
Yeah.
was that sort of just mixed up with the other points. Point two about Christmas is I like lights.
Yeah.
I like the Christmas lights. And you all these people moan about they don't live in countries like Ireland where it's dark at 4:00.
Yeah.
And it's not bright till 7 the next
No,
morning.
to be fair, the lights are lovely. Like, I think the only thing
It
that grates
brightens
on
up
you
the whole
too much is the songs. But
You'll get over it.
yeah, I still have my own Christmas songs now that
Yeah.
are slightly.
And do you have any Christmas traditions? Like you watch a certain show and you put on a certain thing?
I make the turkey and gin and tonics are brought my way.
Oh, really? That's the way it goes, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I like that.
Man in the house cutting the turkey?
Well, it's more so, you see, then somebody else will look after the kids. And I can just...
Are your kids watching this?
Yeah, they'll be glued to it. Yeah, my 7-year-old will be glued to this.
Yeah, so, loves it. Yeah. 7-year-old glued to it.
So that is definitely one tradition. The few gin and tonics on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And cooking the turkey. And doing the spuds.
Yeah.
And doing the starters and all that.
Nice. And you just get into a little rhythm, you do your thing.
Well, I have to... basically, it's kind of managing the tipsy levels. So you'd have your first gin and tonic around 1 o'clock.
Good.
And then as you've done your... Once I've all the prep done, then I figure, right, I can have a gin and tonic because the prep... After the prep, it's not so difficult.
Yeah.
So then first gin... And then
Choppy,
it's a case
choppy,
of just managing the gin and tonics, having as many as you can have without... ruining the gin.
Without getting pissed.
Yeah, without getting pissed. So it's just keeping you at a nice little level of merry.
Yeah.
Tipping through the day merry.
Yeah.
That's the way, And I'm happy enough doing
That's
that.
a real
and then a
Irish
little bit of wolf and a little bit of, might be a few sausages. Those pigs. What are those little bastards?
Pig and blankets.
Pigs and blankets. What a great name. Yeah.
Sausage and bacon.
Sausage wrapped in bacon. Yeah.
Pigs wrapped in more pig.
Yeah.
It's like pig wearing
blankets.
Pig scarves. In our house, in our family, the tradition is that when we open the presents, we have a glass of champers.
Nice.
So in the morning my parents stay with my sister, so they get up and do the 6 o'clock one with Neve, but I don't do the 6 o'clock one.
Okay, for Santi. Yeah.
So I come down at about 10, and then we do the 10 o'clock Santi open.
Nice.
And we open a bottle of champagne
At 10.
at 10.
Lovely.
And we all have a glass of champagne while we do the presents.
That's perfect.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it is.
And then
a little bit of brekkie.
Yeah, and then we have a big fry up, traditional Irish
Huge fry up.
Huge fry up.
Yeah.
Just like way too many sausages. And they're grilled, and they kind of remind me of when my granny used to grill them, where the skin is different to the inside. It's kind of slightly burnt, but not.
Yeah.
And it's like they're two different entities. You bite through the skin, and then there's like not as...
Oh, it's like that. They're real thick ones. Yeah.
No. The little from Mead Street now, but just
okay.
I don't know what
you know the ones sometimes you bite into them and you kind of go and you expect it to be pure fat all the way, and then you get that bit of tough rind in the middle.
Yeah, or even there's even a gap of air between the skin and the meat.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that?
I think I do. Yeah.
Not the maddest fan of it. Anyway,
my father used to get up at 6 o'clock and have his breakfast on his Todd in peace.
For Christmas.
For Christmas. And
but wouldn't you all be awake at 6?
As we got older, we weren't getting up. So he'd get up at 6 to have his
You're
first
talking like
breakfast,
teenager,
maybe teenager and beyond, and then he'd have a second breakfast with us all. So he'd get the 2 breakfasts.
Nice.
Which I think is a great idea.
That whole waking up in the silence when everyone else isn't there, I get why my dad does it now.
Yeah.
I get it. He gets up, like my dad's up at 5 every morning. He's one of those. Like if he was our age nowadays, he'd have an Instagram account that was like, I'm up at 5, where are you? Do you know that sort of thing? Yeah. But my dad's very OCD in his mannerisms. I think my dad, because he works with machines, he's kind of like a machine. You know that way, as in like everything is... So when my dad wakes up, he sets out his breakfast perfectly. So like there's his bowl of so-and-so, and then he has his little fruit bowl to the side.
Nice, yeah.
And he'll have all his pills because he's 70.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he's all his pills that he has to take. And then his coffee, and it's all laid out perfectly, and he doesn't talk to anyone he puts on the radio.
Lovely.
And he sits there from about 5 to 5:45 just reading his paper, listening to the thing. So my niece, when she stays there, is up with him. You know?
He's not, how does he feel about that?
Well, he doesn't. He just does his thing, and she kind of does it too now. She's silent in the morning, and the two of them sit there silently and eat their breakfast and read their thing. And my Emma's like, it's so cute. That's just so cute the way they do that. And I'm like, yeah. She just has to adapt to the way he is because he's not going to change. It's like, this is the way I do it.
Yeah. Well, I think at a certain age, that is the way it should be. The way it is. This is the way it's going to be. Like,
and that's it. Yeah.
It's the way
I'm not changing. You change.
Yeah. It's too late for me to change. It's not even worth it. I'm going to be gone.
Do you know what else is mad? Like, because I'm nearly 40 now, 38, turning 39 this year.
Yeah.
All right, and it's like, when you were like 15 and you looked at a 40-year-old and you're like, that is a man. You know, that is a man.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I'm nearly there, and I do feel like I'm becoming a man now, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
I am different now, right?
Yeah.
But I don't feel like
I think
the kid
dudes
that
are still,
saw me as.
I think dudes still 13, 14. I mean, they're trying to quash that, but it's still there. Like,
I was thinking about me and you and Nuala and the way some of the conversations go. Like where me and you are on one side of the counter going, yeah, we're going to go up and we're going to talk about this. And then we'll have a few beers. We have crisps. Look, we got salt and vinegar. Aren't they definitely the best crisps? And Nuala's just there like, yeah, okay, boys, go on upstairs now. You know, and it's literally, we're just like a different set of children to the girls. Yeah?
But like,
She's like, well, I deal with these ones who play computer games and these ones who play with podcasts.
But say you have a lads weekend.
Yeah.
Or you have a stag do.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, I mean, we are like, if 10 lads are away in a stag do, it is like 10 8-year-olds away.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
With a little bit more cash and a little bit more freedom to cause devilment.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still the same sort of devilment.
And you're actually attracted to women then.
Yeah, so you add that into the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I really like that getting up in the morning thing. I've been doing that now for the last 4 weeks, getting up at 6:15.
6:45.
Yeah.
Mine
a bit
is
boring,
7
like, but what?
7 o'clock. Boom, on the button every morning. My plan is I can't wait to get over to Emma's because, you know, she has to go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time because she has kids and has work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to do that in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I've tailored my life to the way that I used to live.
Yeah.
Which is basically like, I work really hard 2 or 3 days of the week.
Yeah.
And then the other days I do what I want. Work on projects and stuff like that. But there's no structure to that.
Yeah.
So like if I'm just like Monday I'll sleep till 11. Sometimes I do. But that's not great. You know, having that little bit of, right, the kids are going to be up, so I have to be up, is good. Because you have to be up and you have to be alert, you know, and you're like,
I just don't think you feel too happy if you're going to spend those days in bed. I think a restless sort of energy builds up in you.
There's that.
There is no happiness really in that. Like, I mean, if not even a happiness, there's no satisfaction. Or, I mean, there's an idea. Oh, you'll take it easy when you're 60 or whatever. You're not really. I don't think anybody when they're 60 wants to take it easy.
No,
really,
they have to. Yeah, you're forced.
Well, they're restricted.
Yeah, by your body.
But you don't want to. I don't think you want to. Like, I definitely could have done it, but I was never comfortable with that idea.
Yeah.
For years I could have done it and I never did at all.
I did. But I was assisted.
Oh, the weed.
Yeah.
Is that definitely do that? Like, so, I mean,
150,000%. It's the only, like, if I'm not smoking weed, I have to be doing stuff 27 hours a day. Like,
well, you might be affected slightly different, are you, by the weed? What I mean by, like, you say Joe Rogan, right? I know it's a stupid example, but, like, I get the impression they smoke it every day because they talk about this sober October.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Now, they have fucking seriously, apparently busy lives.
Yeah.
Seriously intense workouts in the gyms.
But that's
off-running in the mountains.
That's very few people who do it like that.
I think it is.
I think the majority of people who smoke weed are lazy because of the weed, not in general. But weed just makes you more apathetic. It makes you more like, doesn't matter.
Is that it?
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter as much to you.
Yeah.
So why would you push yourself if you don't really care about it? I mean,
it's kind of a nice feeling too, though, is it, or is it? Because it obviously must be hit with something. It must not be a nice. It must be that thing is too hard to do, so I just leave it. Is it not that feeling?
Well,
I'm curious about that.
I suppose it doesn't matter.
It's the same difference. Yeah, you still don't do shit. Like
you still don't do shit. Yeah, and it depends on the person. You know, like some people are like, oh, it's too hard. I'll smoke a joint. But some people are like, you know, it's not that important. Who cares if I become, you know, if I put on that. Let's say I was starting a podcast. Who cares if I get up every day and record the podcast and put it out there? You know what? So people are going to think, oh, who cares? You know? Yeah. But when you're not smoking, you're like, oh yeah, but I could build a podcast and I could just do this. And what's the next thing that's going to happen? I need ideas. Well, for me anyway.
Yeah. And so you think, well, obviously, that's your sense of it.
That's my sense of it. Yeah. Different people are different ways. Anyway, how do we get on to... Oh, I was going to talk about... I have been thinking recently about perspectives. And when I was saying to you there, it's weird the way, 15-year-olds look at 40-year-olds and they have an idea of who they're going to be and what they're going to be within life.
Well, I don't think you ever imagine yourself when you're 15 being like 40. It's just like, Mars.
It's an idea.
It's Mars.
Yeah. So, the longer I've been... Oh, God, I was going to say it in a real poet. The longer I've been traversing through this life...
Go on, yeah.
The more I have realized that I haven't been aware of who I am in a lot of ways.
Okay.
And I think this is the same with a lot of different people, the majority of people, I think. I think that like a lot of the times what is happening within us is our subconscious, which is driving decisions that we think that we have made a decision like, oh, this is the right way to be. And so then we make that decision, this is the right way to be, and therefore we start living that sort of idea of an existence instead of living our actual existence. And I wonder how many people out there are actually just living an idea of what an existence should be, or living the reality of what their existence.
But is that for you, like?
This is definitely for me. Every now and then, like recently I've sort of gone like, fuck, I was living an idea of a life that I thought was the right way to live, but in reality it was the wrong way. And that's sort of been hitting with me recently. And I don't regret it because I couldn't have known any different, because that's the person that I was at the time living that life. But I wonder how many people are there out there who are just living ideas of lives because they've been told that that's what the perspective... Not just that they've been told, but that they convinced themselves that that was the perspective that they were supposed to be living in, instead of actually stopping and looking at it. Because a lot of the times... And it's weird because I was playing a computer game, believe it or not. But there's this computer game. It's a one player. It's about this girl who's, I think, dead. It's kind of a shamanistic sort of thing. But she's also losing her mind. So as you play the game and you're running through these like weird sort of tribalistic, it's very like South American tribal sort of ayahuasca feel to it, where her thoughts...
What's the name of the game?
I can't remember the name of it. I'll have a look into it.
Is it on the PS?
Xbox.
Okay.
But as you're running around, it's like you're in the head of a paranoid schizophrenic. So like colors start to change in the world, and you'll hear different voices. Like if you walk down a corridor, some of the voices are like, yeah, go down here, this is the right way to go. Another voice like, I don't want to go down there, I'm afraid, and stuff like that. Ooh, and there's different perspectives, so all these.
Weird,
and then at one point it said something along the lines of like, well, what does it matter anyway? You're just living an idea that you've created. That way. One of the voices said that, and then I was like, "Jeez, that's mad." And then there was another point. It says it doesn't matter anyway, because these voices are continuously going. It's weird, and you're listening to it on earphones, so it's kind of like they're speaking in your head, and it's 3D, so they're coming from behind you.
Sorry, this is a virtual goggle.
No. I wear earphones when I play games, because you plug it in, you get surround sound.
Yeah.
So if you're playing shooting games, you can hear them behind you and turn around. Gaming is just on a different level.
Yeah.
And then another perspective is, or what did it say? Yeah. I think it says like, sure, what does it matter? You're only going to go back to the old way of thinking soon anyway. Because a lot of people this is where it comes around to what I was thinking before, is where it's like sometimes you have like epiphanies of what your life is. Do you ever get them where you have these like, oh fuck, that's my life. That's the way it's supposed to be, and you figure it all out, and you have this huge epiphany.
No, I don't ever get that.
And then you never change. No,
I
get these, and then I never change, because the idea of changing the entire structure of your life to fit this new epiphany that's happened would mean that you would have to disregard
kill
everything.
Your old life, yeah.
Kill your old life, and by killing your old life, therefore, make redundant all of the decisions that you'd made up until that point.
Yeah,
that way, and
that's liberating though as well, isn't it? To let
go I'm sure it is. I mean, see, the thing is, this is where I was kind of tired myself about, because I hear about these other people who have these like, I had an epiphany and that's it. I just changed my life at that point.
Yeah.
Right. But I have those epiphanies all the time, and then like 6 months later, I'm like, oh yeah, remember that epiphany? I had that epiphany about changing my life, but I'm still living the same life.
To be fair, you're studying psychology and you've completed year 1, have you?
Yeah, I got a distinction. But year 2's not looking very good.
Yeah.
Because I'm not as interested.
Well, I mean, you just have to knuckle down, but
I
mean, it's not supposed to be easy. Everybody be doing it.
No, I don't mean.
With change, I think real fucking change is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
I think to actually say you're an accountant your entire life and that's your brilliant skill set and you're brilliant at being an accountant, but you've always dreamt of being a writer. Now, to leave that behind, to leave being an accountant behind, and be the writer, to fully embrace that life, well, financially even, say financially it's covered, but to fully embrace that and be the writer and do it all day, every day. Well, for me, even you have to leave your safe, warm place behind where everything is known, where you're actually really competent at something. You may be unhappy doing it, but to leave all that behind and start something brand new, I think that's why most people don't change. That's why most people stay in jobs their entire life, because it's safe, and it's not like they don't want to. I find it fucking difficult, and I think the older you get, the harder it gets. Anything like that. I think it's because I actually thought about, say it is, you put it a different way now than I probably put it, but you become this idea of yourself, and then this is to lose that's safety. So I'm this and this and this and this,
even if it's something you don't agree with.
I'm all those things. Exactly. That's the better the devil you know than the fucking, better the hell you know than this unknown. We like to feel everything is known, and in that being known, it's safe. You're actually safe. And then to break out, like, that's why there's expressions, I suppose, like life begins outside of your comfort zone. That's why that Goggins guy I sent you on, I really fucking like him.
Load of people do.
I have listened to
I don't like the way he speaks sometimes.
Well, maybe it's very aggressive and assertive or whatever, but you see, there's so many fucking gurus and life coaches and all these fucking people try to give you the impression that it's all about being fucking happy. I can't stand that. I think it's not telling the truth. It's not telling the truth that life is tough. He says life is shit. I loved him saying, like, this is a lean, mean fucking unreal machine, and he's sitting in his car and he's going about going on to Joe Rogan. He said, I've sat in my car for an hour before coming on here trying to psych myself up to coming on your show, and this is a Navy SEAL who's built like a shit brick house.
Who can run 56 marathons back miles.
And he's telling you about his anxiety, and it's a different sort of
anxiety.
It's a real truth behind it. When somebody like that is talking that way, that is not budget, because he's kind of saying, I'm constantly trying to overcome that. And I think that same idea is linked with the idea of change. It's not that everybody wants this change, I think, but the idea that the change involves pain or losing the knowns in your life, that's personally, even that's what's really hard. So you have to leave behind the knowns.
Yes,
that's a fucking killer.
But you see, that's true, and I completely agree with that. But that's not 100% the way I was thinking of it. You see, because that's in the physical world you're talking. So you're talking about you physically have to leave comfort, right? You physically have to leave the comfort of the job and the security.
I'm actually
you're not just talking about physical. You're talking about the
ideas.
Ah, right, okay.
But it's still kind of leaving. You're still leaving. Forget about the physical thing of actually.
We're talking metaphysical.
Forget about the decision making or the operational thing of changing jobs.
Right.
I'm talking about the actuality
change
of leaving.
Yes.
Leaving the known for the unknown.
Yes.
And that's. I think that is what it's still like. What you're saying as well is about this idea of, are we all living ideas? I think for them, I think life is an idea, and I think everything that we do is based on getting their idea. I get to this place where I'll be successful, or I'll be this, or I'll be that. And that's an idea, like.
That is an idea.
I'll be like him. I'll be like that person there. Because that looks like a good life. They look like they're happy, or whatever the fuck. You're still chasing an idea.
So I always used to compare myself to others. Now I think the best thing is to compete with yourself.
But everybody's got their own shit.
That's what they say.
You don't really want somebody else's life. I actually definitely think you don't.
No, you definitely don't. No, you don't. Unless it's Dan Braziler. Do you know that guy? He's like this, poker player, lives on yachts with like 20 models, right?
That's literally all he does.
And he had 2 heart attacks from doing so much coke. And
did he? Well, I don't want that now. I don't. Yeah,
but you have the money to buy a new heart. Anyway, but then looking at that, you see, I was with that whole.
You have the money to buy a new heart. Okay, sorry, I didn't really think that through.
It's grand.
I'm fine.
Or to get
you just carry around a heart.
18-year-old blood pumped into you. Have you heard about that? That's the thing that happens.
So that's what they say. All the likes of
Trump Keith Richards.
That.
That's why he's still going. Yeah.
That's where vampires come from. I think.
Really?
Yeah,
no,
I think
vampires came well before they had the technology.
No, but I'm saying I always think there's some sort of grain in truth in a mythology. So where did it come from? Did people actually suck the blood? Because in that it was proven that they could live longer.
They were believed,
and I think maybe that's happens, but it's now mythology.
Do you think if there's any Death Becomes Her situations where they figured out the cure for life? Do you remember that movie, Death Becomes Her? Bruce Willis.
What did he get to live on?
And then he kills his girlfriend. The girlfriend and the wife kill each other, but they live on forever because they've drank this juice. Oh, so the situation I'm talking about is there a way to make yourself live forever, but then you can die within that, and then
anytime you want.
Well, you die, but your body starts to rot, but your spirit is eternal.
Did I'm sure I asked you that question years ago. If I had a pill here right now and said you can live forever, would you take it?
No. Not a fucking chance.
I wouldn't either.
No, man.
No way.
Like, one life is hell enough.
Well, I mean, I think, it depends on...
It's a balancing act.
I think... I was thinking the other day, I was doing something and I saw it was real... it's a difficult scenario, right? And I thought life is really... say, now this is something I remember thinking once, and this is years ago on mushrooms, and I remember looking at life as a kind of a tapestry, and I remember listening to classical music and hearing it in a totally different way, and seeing life as heartbreaking and uplifting and joyous and like this amazing story that plump. Do you know what I mean? That but then it's over. But this idea that it'll last forever and this, I don't know. Life is a mystery. I don't know if I want it to be
like, who wants to go to heaven and live forever? Live forever.
Yeah, married forever.
Maybe you wouldn't be. Maybe you divorce.
Same person. Well, definitely. If you're going to heaven, you need to be able to play around in heaven.
But maybe it's all polygamy up there.
Polygamy.
Polygamy is where you're allowed to sleep with other people.
Yeah.
An open relationship.
Well, open relationships. Yeah, I don't think there'll be any relationships in heaven. No.
Why not?
Not long-term relationships.
But the compatibility and beauty.
Well,
is
maybe
that
for
part
a few
of the
weeks,
beauty of life.
But maybe for a few weeks, But I mean, it's all.
His wife never watches these.
It's agreed. Have you seen that? I mentioned that sketch before of Larry from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
When they're making their vows, and she says, "I'd like to. When we get to heaven, we'll be forever and ever and ever." And Larry goes, "I thought we might be single in heaven, just
during the wedding vows."
Yeah, when they were practicing them,
of course.
Anyway, heaven and hell and all
heaven
that.
And
there
hell.
are more ideas now in stories than all that, but you look. Yeah.
So there we go.
There we go now.
There we go. I suppose I'm wondering about all this change because I'm moving in time to another country by the looks of things. But that what was the point I was going to say about it? Jordan Peterson was talking about when you break up with someone from a relationship. Let's say you've been together 7 years.
Yeah.
And then you find out they cheated on you.
Yes.
It's not just that incident which is heartbreaking. It's the 7 years that you were together with that person that is lost. Because you don't know if they've cheated before in that time. You don't know if the bond between you was really true that whole time. And so everything that has happened between you two up until that point is no longer there. It's like fragmented. So much like when you make that change to become an accountant into a writer, you have to fragment that part of your life.
It's a loss. It's
like, did that part of your life, was that really you, or was it just an idea of you that was existing?
But what's
so
the funny
to break
thing about
down that part and move into something else, maybe the accountant isn't a good...
Do you know when you were saying that about breaking up, or you say somebody doing the dirt? I was chatting to somebody about that, and they actually said to me, well, not only is it all those things, but also it's, well, I could have done it too, and I didn't do it. There is a bit of a feeling of that too, I could have done the dirt too.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, I mean, unless you're a total fucking saint, your brain goes that way. I mean, that's reality of existing. And so there is a certain thing of, now some of us have better opportunities than others, Dylan. But you know what I'm trying to say. I think there is a bit of I was faithful. I'd say even in a marriage or whatever, and it's found out the other person was doing it, and you're going, I could have fucking done it too, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's a part of it too. Like.
But I'd say that's also a reason why people cheat, because they're like, he's definitely going to cheat me. He's definitely going to cheat me. Or she's definitely going to cheat me. I'll do it first. You know, it comes from that sort of. You remember when you were 15 and you were like, or 12 or 13, you had a girlfriend and you was like, you know, girlfriend where you held hands and you sort of talked, and then it was like you heard that she was going to break up with you, so you're like, I'm breaking up with you. No, I said it first. You know, that sort of thing. Do you know there's like that, but on a much more complex version when you get older.
I was going out with this.
I was cheated on. I did that for a while. I cheated on girls because I was scared of being
my
cheated.
First girlfriend, you give that, my first girlfriend, Carol Ann, somebody from Mullingar.
Carol Ann from Mullingar.
She'd be glued to this.
There's going to be loads of them.
I was 12 and we went out for a week. And they snogged, right? And I think she broke
the tongue.
The tongue. Like, but she broke it off with me. She was how fucking naive the times were. But she broke it off with me because she said she thought she was going to get pregnant. Now there was nothing. I wasn't even near the vicinity of that. But anyway, she broke it up, and a week later she wanted to go back with me. You know, this is the sort of bitch you're dealing with here.
Right.
I went back with her, snogged her, and I broke it off just to get back at her.
You fucking
bitch.
bastard.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Frank. Just went back with her just
to break it up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, sure, look.
Yeah. I remember a few of those weird incidents when I was a teenager. Fucking weird. There was a girl, what's her name, Lisa or something? I mean, we're talking years ago.
Yeah.
But before I moved, I think I'd come back from Singapore and I was just on summer holidays in my old town. So I'm like 14. No, it was before then. It was when I was living there. So we're talking like 11, 12. And I kissed this girl. And then supposedly we were like, but we just kissed. And then like 2 weeks later I was down at the pier and she was there and I kind of ignored her because she was a terrible kisser. No, I wasn't even 12. I was older. I had to be like 13. And then her and the girl who set me up with her came over and went, she broke it up with you so she could get someone else, right? And they ran off laughing and giggling. And I didn't even think we were going out. So I was more confused by the statement than anything. I was like, wait, what? We were going out? And then I was upset because I was like, she broke it up with me. And then it wasn't until about 10 years later I was looking back and I'm going, why did I get upset when I didn't even think we were going out at the time? That's...
Yeah, well, sure, look, simple.
12-year-old relationships, huh?
Yeah, if you even call them relationships.
They are relationships.
Are they?
They are.
Yeah.
Everything's... We have a relationship, Frank.
Do we? Yeah.
This is technically a relationship.
Is it?
Yeah. Except I don't want to drop the hand. Go on.
I'm not answering it.
Do you know who it is?
I don't know who it is.
And
that's why I'm not answering.
Yeah, no number.
Yeah.
So from questioning who we are and our existence to snogging
yeah.
when we were 12.
Oh, sure, look.
Do you remember your first kiss?
I just realised there now.
Yeah.
That
the camera turned off.
And not only that.
And we're not live.
I'd say we're not live because that whole thing's come off the computer then.
That was a good podcast, Frank.
I'd say it is. Just check on the phone there. You know what happened?
What?
My phone
was connected to it all.
No, my phone basically. It's you're still live there.
Okay, good.
Does it look pretty good on camera?
I can't actually see myself.
You're nice. You're blurry there. Lean back a little bit. That's better. Yeah. I'm paranoid, obviously, because of the last time.
Yeah, of the cutting out.
Yeah, so I just might check, but I'm pretty sure what happened there is because my phone rang during that time. Because my phone rang. What I'll do is that. My phone is connected to my computer.
And so
it obviously
interfered
came out
with the
of the Wirecast.
Right.
So I'll just do a quick go.
How long have we been here?
It's 4:20 now. So how long are we live? We'll just have a little gawk and see.
Fascinating for you guys. Fascinating.
Jeez, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Really, when you think. That's
That's literally
That is literally a second ago. Okay, so.
Well, maybe we should stop watching ourselves.
Yeah, no, I think we watching ourselves, not even talking about anything. I definitely think we should do that. Yeah,
that's weird. I just said that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's it now.
So then, back to questioning who you are and living an existence that you made up for yourself. Is that a bad thing? If you're content in the life that you made for yourself, even though it's not being